All right, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Yeah, we had a few technical difficulties, and
Just a few.
on my end, we actually had a key of difficulty too. So
Beat them.
so I warned Big O, but I hadn't heard from him, so we pushed forward.
Push.
And I'm not feeling 100% today. I have been literally a sneezing fit for, I don't know, like the past hour. I finally took some Dayquil, and hopefully that kicks in here. But we press on.
Onward and upward.
Yes. So, how
So,
was your week? How was your week?
it was okay. Actually, I haven't checked one of the leagues. I only checked a couple of them. Okay, yep, 2-1.
2-1? You big time.
Yeah.
Because I think I was, man, talking about not checking the league. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah. My league, I'm taking a slide.
Oh my goodness. And Golden Flash, if you out there, I'm talking about you. I can't believe I lost it. I cannot believe that I lost to Golden Flash, but I did. And in your league. And okay, so I was 1-2 this week. 1-2. So, and this is, and I'm coming up on my huge bye week. You got 6 teams on bye this week. So
wow, yeah. I got a couple too.
Yeah, Baltimore, Minnesota, Raiders, Chicago. Man, I had them all here, and I do have all my stuff pulled up over here. I'm just not looking at it. There we go. So Buffalo, Chicago, Las Vegas, Minnesota, New York, and Baltimore. So if you just look at the teams, here are the guys who you won't be able to play this week. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore for Chicago, Jacobs in Las Vegas. I'm sorry, not LA, Las Vegas. Who else do you play? Oh, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
And then let's say Minnesota. I was gonna say Myers. Some people are playing Myers. He's been serviceable for sure. So, that's
Jefferson. You have to wait another week.
Jefferson he took 2 losses as opposed to the one I was talking about before, and it is going with the bye week. And they actually, so in the league that I have him in, we actually have IR slots. We have 1 IR slot. Okay. So the thing is that right now he is still in my IR slot, and I can't. I have to drop somebody to activate him because I don't have enough slots to put him back in without doing so. So I'm going to wait another week because I don't have to do it this week, and he's on a bye. So,
right.
But I think I was about to do it, and when I realized that, and I think that I'm going to end up dropping excuse me. Woo. I'm going to end up dropping Washington's defense. Let me look at.
I can see that.
Yeah, let me look at what defense I have. And, this league, my team.
Well, that's who else you might not be able to play if you're playing in Baltimore's defense.
Yeah,
I only know because I have Baltimore's defense in another league. So
that's a good one. But I have the Miami defense on that team already. But
can't play Lamar.
Can't play Lamar. But so I have been confused a little bit. So on the team that I have Lamar, it's not that confused really. On the team that I have Lamar, I have Brock Purdy on the bench. So I'm playing Brock Purdy this week, first time. So and they play, since I got everything down, and they play Philadelphia. But gotta do it. I'm not gonna just throwing it out there. Just gonna do it and see what happens. And then they say let the chips fall where they may. So, but yeah, so no Saquon this week. Like you said, no Lamar, no Odell Beckham, no was it Zay Flowers. So none of those guys. Oh, and the running back.
Which one?
I'm thinking of the Mitchell is the one that I'm thinking about.
Mitchell, okay.
But I mean, what do they have? A 3-man committee or something going on there?
Just about. Plus Lamar. So yeah.
Plus Lamar, exactly. Which is, I mean, it's hard to play any of them really, but you know, you got to do what you got to do on that. But yeah,
I was just looking at your score. You kind of ended up in the same boat I did. He was projected to win.
Yep.
And ended up losing by like twice what you was projected to win by.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's crazy. And I mean, I think it was just like the game last night, Chicago and Minnesota. Oh my goodness! I mean that was wild. I mean, what was it? 10-12. I mean, one
Something
touchdown
like
scored between them. Went to Hutchinson, or I can't say anything today, but it went to the tight end for Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
And I mean the kickers. Now, if you had
kickers,
Chicago's kickers, then you had a field day. You know, I mean, he missed one that was what I want to say it was 48
like
yards
something.
or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but a lot of leagues you don't really get too dinged for longer field goals. But I mean, the ones he hit, I mean, you were
at least got 12 from a kicker. So
yeah, so that was. I mean, if you had the kicker, and I don't even know why you would, to be honest, because
they don't move the ball that much.
Right. It's like the fact that they actually got into position to do it was something else. And the other thing that was, I'm gonna call it disappointing. I'm still a fan. Is Dobbs? I think he had like 4 interceptions in the game.
Yeah.
Now,
granted, I think 1 or 2 of them was not his fault.
Right. That's exactly what I was about to say. Because I mean, I remember one where the guy gets hit literally in the numbers. It was Addison, as a matter of fact. He gets hit in the numbers. Ball bounces straight up, and the guy behind him just catches the ball.
And the other one went through somebody's hands and went straight up, like hit his hands and went up and got intercepted as well.
So I mean, you can't be too mad at the guy. I still have my apparently I still got my sweet potato and mashed potato timer up. Let me change that. it's I don't even know what to change it to, but Mondays or Fridays?
Mondays or Fridays?
I'll see that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, OG crazy one was like, "What's up?" He was in here way early, like before we even started.
Okay.
But if he's out there, what's up, buddy?
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Big O says he's having stomach issues. I probably didn't want me to say that out loud, but let's see. What is he?
Sound like a little.
He says he's not good company. Okay, I hear you. I understand. But
tell him don't like no matches.
Yeah, actually, tell him. Let's see. But so the other thing is that what was it? I forgot what else. Did he have a fumble too, Dobbs?
He may have.
He's got knocked out from behind or something like that. I think that was the other thing that had happened.
Was that him? I know somebody fumbled.
Yeah.
Other than Fields fumbling all over the place.
Oh my God. Now maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm mixing it up. There he is. Crazy. What's going on, buddy? What's good with you?
I know Fields fumbled twice at least. He's got to learn to protect the ball better.
But he did. Now, I will say this, at least early in the game, Fields had a couple of show enough sacks that he avoided. Yeah. Where, I mean, he was back there dancing around. I was like, dude, this is what people were looking for.
Exactly.
And then, you know, it was kind of crazy. He said, "How are you guys? Yeah, dude, we're good, man. Well, I'm here. That's what I'm gonna be honest about this because I got this cold, and I mean, like I said earlier, literally, I was having a sneezing fit. Like I could not stop sneezing. It was really bad. But I've medicated a little bit, and hopefully
medicated.
Yeah, just had to get a little something. My wife was like, you know, do you want me to get you a humidifier in here or something? I'm like, dude, I don't need it now, but maybe later I'll probably need it. Yeah, it is. It's kind of bad. What's up with you, crazy? Well, on a slightly different note, on a whole nother idea, how's that server coming? That's what I want to know. But so Crazy is actually building a role play server for GTA for us to play. But you know, I'm trying to see what's up there. I say I gave up on football, but I'm here. I appreciate it, buddy. Your Giants suck. They absolutely do. I'm sorry. but I will say this. I'm gonna say it this way. Oh, it had issues. That's okay. I'm sure y'all will get it together. But I'm gonna say this. Like I was earlier in the season, of course. I said, oh, the AFC South is going to be bad. It's always AFC South. And now I actually realize that the AFC South is actually good. The Titans are bad. Because the Jacksonville Jaguars are good. The Houston Texans are good. And even, I'm going to give it up to you.
The Colts.
The Colts.
Not good.
They're surviving. Good, but they're not bad. They are. It's a competitive game.
It's competitive.
Let's see. Oh, okay, all right. But the other thing is that of course we play each other this week, so hopefully we can. I'm going to say we can eke one out. We can get our revenge back now. The only thing that I got going for me is that that Jonathan Taylor's doubtful, right?
I did not, but that just
Yeah,
means Moss will go off again, so
yeah.
I'll be all right.
Guess what? I was trying to pick him. I was actually trying to pick up Moss in the league. I started looking for him. Like, wait a minute, I got to get Moss. Got to get Moss. Let's see. Why does New York have three? Why does New York have three teams? Wait a minute. Does New York have three teams or two teams?
The state does, yeah. Buffalo, Jets,
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
Giants.
That's right. But it's just like California. California has,
Right.
well, they used to, right?
They used to have three teams. Actually, no, they have three. They used to have four.
Oh, that's right. Because they got the Chargers, the
Chargers, Rams, and 49ers.
and the 49ers. These big states.
Used to have. Yeah, big
Giants,
states.
Jets, Buffalo. Yep. Yeah, I mean, how many different states have multiple teams?
Texas has two.
Dallas and the Texans.
Yep.
Florida has three, right? Florida has Tampa,
Miami, Jacksonville,
and Jacksonville.
And Tampa Bay, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all the ones that have multiple ones, though.
I think so.
Yeah, there are only 32 teams.
Ohio.
Oh, that's
Ohio
right.
has
The
two.
Browns and Cincinnati. Wow. That's interesting.
And Pennsylvania.
Well, Pennsylvania too. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Man, that's interesting. I was listening to somebody talk about the expansion of well, I think they were talking about NBA, but I mean, they keep talking about expanding to overseas play for the NFL. And I don't know if I really think that happens. I don't, it's just one of those deals where logistically, I don't know how they do that, because the team, like the team over there, would have to
Travel a lot.
They would either have to play like 4 away games, in a row.
Right.
Fly
or
back.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah, fly back and then have 6 home games and then come back again.
Right.
It'd be something.
Yeah,
crazy
they'd have to make
like
it worth the team's while, so they're not always jet lagged.
Right. Exactly. And this means that my people are coming home. Apparently, it's the dogs are
10-pound killer.
Yeah. Well actually, yeah, I think that one was the 10-pounder. I got a 10-pound. Well, he's probably about 12, and then I got a 5. Yeah, those guys. They get excited about everything, I guess. So the one thing that I did want to go over. Oh, wait. I just opened my book, so I saw my note in here. So the Titans. Well, I watched the Titans game this week, of course.
Of course.
And at the time I was watching, I was traveling back here, so I got to. It helped me stay awake. To be honest, I had a long weekend. But at the beginning of this game, the commentator says, if you're watching this game, you really love football. I was like, man, what? How you gonna put us down like that? But the guy was like, yeah, he's like, dude, if you're watching this game, I mean, come on. And don't get me wrong, I totally get it, because the only reason I'm watching that game is I'm a fan. I feel the exact same way about that Patriots-Giants game. It's like, who?
Oh, yeah, that was...
It's like, what?
Or the game last night.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I did watch that game last night, though, too. It was, man.
Unless you just got in the mind that it's a great defensive game, then you enjoyed it. But other than that...
I was looking. I had... The thing about last night's game for me was I had Alexander Matheson going, Jordan Addison, and DJ Moore. So I had like 3 players in the game, and I'm like, okay, I was hoping, I knew DJ Moore, and he had a decent game, was going to get, touches. I knew that, but I didn't feel like they were going to win. I was really, I was thinking, okay, Dobbs is going to, he's going to be throwing it to someone. I didn't think he'd be throwing it to the other team, but I knew he's going to be throwing it to someone. So I'm like, okay, good. This works. So I was watching for it, and then of course, once you realize that things just aren't happening, I just left it on, and I was, like, whatever. At that point, it was just like, okay, I'm not going to turn it off. But the one thing I did do is I stayed up. Like, I was like, oh my goodness, I got to stay up. I got to stay up. I got to stay up. And I probably should have just gone to bed. It was, there was nothing else. I should have just gone to bed. But after Tennessee beat Carolina fired their coach.
Fires. Now they know what we went through.
So this guy is is he the first coach, I think, to get fired?
I think he's a second. First back-to-back.
Yeah, back-to-back in the season. So
like mid-season, yeah.
Yeah, mid-season fires. That's a pretty hard thing to do. But apparently, and I didn't realize, he's still getting paid by you guys. And he's going to still be getting paid by Carolina. Be getting paid.
Yep.
Because I think it was like, somebody said it was a $25 million from Carolina. So I believe he's done, but not a bad,
I wouldn't say he's done. He just needs to step away for a minute, come back as an offensive coordinator, which I'm not sure how, but he was actually good at that when he was in Philly. I don't know what happened to him when he came to Indy, but
yeah, that was I wrote that down. It was like, man, are you kidding me? But
it's like he's a great guy, but he's just not. His play calling got stale, and the same thing happened in Carolina. It's just like stale and predictable play calling.
Yeah, that's one of those things, man. But the other thing we did last week was we picked the games. So I actually went back and tried to write down our picks so that we could go over, because the very first game of the Thanksgiving holiday messed me all up. Let's see. Crazy says, do you think Odell Beckham Jr. going to do something this year? He should have stayed with us. Well, what was it? The reason he's not in
Giants?
New York.
Nah, he wasn't staying with the Giants.
Yeah, it was money, right? It was just money. He left.
I think so.
He left the Giants. He went to the Rams, right? That was where he went first.
No, he went to Cleveland, I think, and then Cleveland? The Rams.
Okay, yeah, he went to Cleveland. Yeah,
he got paid with Baker.
Right.
Yeah. He just got hurt in Cleveland.
Then he
keeps getting hurt.
Right.
That's his problem. Yeah. He gets hurt too much.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be any more than what he is now. He's what, number 2, number 3 receiver. That's what I believe. I don't know who. I guess is he technically the number 1 wide receiver in Baltimore?
You got Zay Flowers, you got Rashad Bateman, you got him. So between those 3, I think they're all pretty much number 2s.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think he's a number 2.
Technically, their number 1 was Andrews, if you want to be frank about it.
Real technical about it. Did this thing just pop over? I want to go to week 12.
Yeah, what did happen to Victor Cruz?
What do you say? Oh, wait.
Should have kept Victor Cruz. I'll say, yeah, what happened to him? He's just like salsa in one year, and the next year he fell off a
He
cliff.
was just gone. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't heard anything. Victor Cruz was gone. Let me see. I wanna find Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore's depth chart.
Yeah. I don't know why it's.
Oh no, 5'11". Yeah, he's not taller. He's not that much taller. He was just quick and made great catches, but yeah, he's short. Well, I guess short comparatively speaking.
Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with being short. Too.
Odell barely top 6 foot.
Okay, so the way I'm looking at it, their number one wide receiver is Zay Flowers.
That's what I figured.
Then Rashad Bateman.
Then it's a toss up between Rashad and Odell. Is that the way they have it listed on the depth chart?
It's the way they have it listed. If I'm starting at the top and going down, that's the way they have it listed.
Okay.
There's Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and then Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the way they got it listed right now.
All right, so just going back to the scores here.
Yeah, we'll go back over to week 13 there.
All right, so going back to scores, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we were unanimous on the Cowboys and Commanders.
We were. Everybody picked the Cowboys. That was a unanimous one. And we all picked the Cowboys.
So what about the Lions and Packers? I don't remember any of my picks. I'm just looking at
we
what
all
made sense.
The Lions Packers. All picked the Lions, and I mean it was, it was one of those two where, to be honest, it's kind of bad. It was like we were like whatever. It wasn't even like a real conversation.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I guess they're finding their stride.
OBS Studios disconnected. I hope it's okay. Oh, it's reconnected. Thank you. So then the Dolphins-Jets game, that was the Black Friday game.
We all said Dolphins.
All picked the Dolphins.
I forgot 49ers and Seahawks. That was Thursday night.
Yeah, and we all picked 49ers on that one.
All right, so then
your game was the Bucks-Colts. And of course you were for the Colts, of course. And I think definitely called it the coin flip game.
It was, because they almost let him come back.
Right. I mean, it ended up 27-20. So, and the Patriots, Giants, oh my God.
That was another coin flip.
It was a coin toss game too. It was like, yeah, whatever, because who, really. The Panthers-Titans game, you actually picked the Panthers. And then
I thought he's gonna.
Yeah, because you were like,
picked Titans. I thought the quarterback would have a breakout game, but apparently not.
Yeah, that was 10-7. Oh my goodness! And it was, like I said, I'm a fan, and it was tough for me too. I was just like, man. Steelers Bengals without Burrow.
Yeah.
We all picked the Steelers on that one.
Yeah.
So that wasn't necessarily a shocker, but 24-21. Well, no. What was that?
16-10.
16-10. I mean, that was a tough game too, because I mean, these really low scoring games. Because I forgot what game it was. It was the Jaguars-Texans game where we were both picking the over. Like, it's going to be,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be higher, actually, than it was. I mean, they both scored over 20, but I thought it was going to be even higher than that.
Yeah, and the thing was is that the number you actually said was 42, and they made 45. So you were still good. But but you picked the Texans. Big O and me picked the Jaguars.
Right if the kicker could kick. I think they'd have won it in overtime.
Yeah, it was something. The Saints Falcons. I think we all picked the Saints. No. I think you said the Falcons.
I think I said Falcons.
I think you said Falcons. And but that game was a bit of a shocker for me.
Yeah, actually, Ritter actually played a lot better. Until, he did have a couple bad throws, but he still played overall better.
Ritter?
Yeah. He had one pick that was just a head scratcher. But I think they mostly won it because of their defense.
But it was something else. Browns Broncos. I actually I couldn't figure out which way you were leaning on that one. But the Browns, Big O picked the Browns. I picked the Broncos. I think I initially was thinking Browns. And then we started talking about it. And I was like, man.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I didn't know which way to go either. But Russ was doing better. So.
Yeah. I ended up saying Broncos. The Cardinals and the Rams. I picked the Cardinals, no doubt. I think both of you guys said it was a toss-up. And, of course, we were all pretty much wrong because it was a blowout.
Rams showed up.
37-14. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? Chiefs, Raiders. We obviously picked the Chiefs. Big O.
He tried to be a homer, but
he had to pick his team. So, you got to do what you got to do on that one. Bears, Vikings, we actually all picked the Vikings on that. And that didn't happen. Ravens, Chargers, we all picked the Ravens. And then
Eagles,
Bills, we all picked the Eagles.
Although it was close.
Yeah, I don't think it was. We thought it was going to be this close, though. It'd be 34-37, and chance to win it at the end. That's kind of crazy. Oh, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, we didn't do too bad, but I have. I want to see. I'm going to take a look. Actually, I can do it here at my team this week because refresh because I know I already updated my lineup. No, I didn't. Okay, well, I'll do it here. So I have Lamar. No. I'm sorry. This week. Okay, I have set it up. So I got in this league. I'm starting Brock Purdy because Lamar is on a bye. And then I got Jalen Warren. I'm also starting, and it's just because I'm being hard-headed, but I'm starting Tarjay Spears. I got my all Tennessee edition here. I'm starting Christian Kirk.
Okay, that's a good start.
Deontay Johnson, Taysom Hill, because Mark Andrews is on IR now. Jerry Jeudy, gotta go. Jerry Jeudy, Kansas City's defense, and then Jason Myers, who is Seattle's kicker. And so I'm expected to get just under 100 points, at 99.5 points. And to be honest, if I get that, I'll be surprised. Because let's be honest. Look, Tarjay Spears, they say he's scheduled to get 8.4 points. Now, the only way he gets that is if he gets a pass out of the backfield, on third down. And it breaks it for 20 yards on a couple of occasions. That's it. Because if they throw him in the run, he's going to get bottled up in there. He's not going to really. I don't expect him to break one. And they're going to try to get Henry all the power yards anyway.
Right.
So
who are you guys playing?
We play
you're playing us.
We play Indianapolis this week. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be a tough one, and it's just I mean I'm not expecting great things. Oh man. And then I think in the other league, in my other ESPN league, I got Trevor, Isaiah Pacheco, Alvin Kamara, AJ Brown, Deebo Samuels, David Njoku, Josh Downs, the Dolphins defense, and they're playing Washington, and Jake Moody, which is San Francisco's kicker. And I'm expecting to get 122 points, and I think I should get every bit of that with this lineup. I mean, Trevor's playing Cincinnati. I think he should be okay there. Isaiah provided after his performance this week. McKinnon, I think, is hurt, so he's still been getting. He's basically been in on throwing on like third downs and stuff now, so that's good. And he's caught a couple of passes. Alvin Kamara, I mean, the check down king. I mean, so
yeah,
that's it. AJ Brown against San Francisco. I don't know. Same thing with Deebo Samuels against Philadelphia. I mean, with San Francisco, you just don't know who's going to show up, right? Somebody is, right, but you just don't know who is. It's going to be somebody's game.
Well, San Francisco, actually, their strength is their front. So if the Eagles' line holds up, AJ Brown should get open because their secondary is not really all that great. It's just their front so good that it makes their back look good because they get there so quick. It's all sacks and pressures. So the ball comes out or it doesn't come out at all. Whereas the Eagles they're kind of good on the front end and the back end. So I think unless, of course, Reed is good at scheming up some things, so he'll find a way to get Deebo the ball. It's not just going to be strictly going out and catching the ball. He's going to come out of the backfield a lot, I guarantee it.
I think his touchdowns this week were both rushing touchdowns, I believe.
Probably.
So
yeah, he's like an extension of the run.
But yeah, so that's a good. I look forward to it. And of course, like I said, I got Josh Downs against your guy. Oh, does? What do you got?
Yeah, well, in one of my other leagues, like I got Garrett Wilson, although that's not as great since they don't have a quarterback anymore. Right. But I got Deebo. I got Javonte Williams, running back for Denver. I got Raheem Mostert from Miami. I got AJ Brown. I got Puka. I still got Puka. Kenneth Walker was good until he got hurt. Yeah, and I got Curtis Samuel, and I used to have Joe Burrow until he got hurt. So now I got Russ. And I have Baltimore's defense. Good. Yeah, Russ has actually been pretty good. He wasn't bad at least.
Who do they play this week?
They play Houston.
Ooh. Well, I guess that's that question I ask again. Is Houston's defense really that good?
Yeah, they're like up and down. I won't say they're great, but they show up from time to time. Yeah. So, but Denver's defense is playing pretty good, so that could be a problem for Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh man!
But yeah, I got Baltimore's defense and then Dallas's kicker. I figured
that's pretty good.
Yeah, as much as Dallas moves up and down the field, they should at least get 3 points.
Exactly. Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. So here's the thing. I think I want to go through again and pick the games this week.
Sure, let them rip.
And then given given this cold of mine, you may call it.
All right, sounds good.
But we go with the matchup on Thursday, and that is Seattle Dallas. And I'm pretty safe to say we're going with Dallas, right?
Dallas, yeah. I would have to say Dallas.
And then, of course, on the top of my list, and I'm sure it's because I'm a fan, but it has Indy, Tennessee. And I'm sure
we're next going head to head.
I'm picking my team, you picking your team.
I'm going to pick my team, yep. So, and that's only because you guys traded away Byard, and we're going to make you pay for it through the air.
Yes, I wish I could pick up Michael Pittman somewhere, because I do too believe. I know the Tennessee secondary is, oh my goodness. I don't even understand. I just don't get it. And I honestly feel like in the draft this year for Tennessee, they should be drafting offensive linemen and defensive backs and safeties. That's it. Nothing else. I don't want to hear about an edge rush. I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear about a running back. I don't want to hear about a wide receiver. It's like, look, these are your needs. Let's focus on the needs. And I understand, if you're sitting there.
They actually do need a wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean they do, but I mean if you can't protect the quarterback, it don't matter who the wide receiver is. If you can't get him the ball. And so, I mean, I understand, and don't get me wrong, if at 6 or 5, wherever they're picking at, if Harrison Jr. is sitting there, they probably will take him. But the thing is, it's like, dude, you have to be able to protect this quarterback. You got to do something. But that being said, Los Angeles and New England. Los Angeles.
Los Angeles who?
The Chargers.
The Chargers.
And they're playing in.
I'd like to say the Chargers. I would like to say the Chargers, but they always way to lose. I don't know what it is. You think they find a way to lose?
You think New England's got
Patriots are crap, so I'll have to say Chargers.
I'll have to say Chargers. I can't go with
I have to say Chargers
because
they're just playing horrible.
New England, just like we were saying before. I mean, do they have a quarterback? Really? I mean, I don't really.
By name only, but
exactly. So then you got Detroit and New Orleans. Now, here's the thing. For me, this is a tough game now because I'm not crazy about Carr, but he's definitely serviceable. I think the only thing that I think about is, is it Olive, the wide receiver for Olave. Olave.
Yeah.
Is a concussion protocol.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Michael Thomas is
He's still out.
Yep.
Yeah, I know he's out last game.
So you know what? I'm going to click on here too, because I know they got a lot.
Both of them are out.
Yeah, they're wide receivers injuries. Let's see.
If both of them are out, all they have is Rashid.
Oh, Rashid too is questionable. He's
really they have nobody. Then it's going to be
day to day with a rib injury or a quad injury.
I'm probably going to go.
Injury.
I'm going to have to go Lions in. They have too many injuries.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm.
Unless Kamara has 184 touchdown day, I don't see them.
And that's the thing too. I mean, I'm thinking that even if Kamara can have a all world fantasy day, but I think in the end, I think Detroit pulls this one out for sure. It's
I'm
in
saying it
New
would have to
Orleans
be
too.
a Camara. It'd have to be a Camara day, and their defense has to play lights out,
Oh, and you know what I
which
heard?
has happened before.
And this is what I heard too. That was kind of funny to me. They said because of all their injuries to at wide receiver, that maybe they could use Jimmy Graham as a wideout.
I forgot they have Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, so look out for Jimmy. Uh, and I mean, Taysom Hill's
Actually,
going to
I
get a
might
lot
pick
of
him
run
up.
too.
I need a tight end. Yeah, Taysom Hill. I'd say it's going
Taysom
to be a
Hill's
lot of Taysom Hill, a lot of Camara, and they get in the goal line area. It's going to be tosses to Jimmy Graham. I can see that. I can see that being their game plan.
That could be it.
But I'm still picking Detroit.
Yeah, you got to go with Detroit today. So then we got Atlanta, New York. Atlanta, New York. So the Jets. The
I'm
Giants
taking.
are on the bye.
I'm grudgingly taking the Falcons.
Really?
Yeah. Even though the Jets defense is that great, I don't think they can withstand their quarterback play.
I don't know.
I think their quarterback play would be the detriment.
I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm actually gonna go with New York on this one. And I understand. I get exactly what you're saying.
I mean, Falcons are almost in the same boat, but I think the quarterback play is a little better.
And they have Bijan too, and he's coming to the party. But
they have actually a slew of running backs. All of the running backs are good.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the Jets defense is going to score a couple of times. And
a couple of times. They're going to have to.
A couple of times. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying a couple of times. So I'm going to go with New York in that one.
All
okay.
Right.
And this one, too, I think is hard. Arizona, Pittsburgh. That's a tough one, I think.
Pittsburgh. It's not that tough. Defense is too much better. I think that'll be it's going to be like a low scoring game, like the last game, but Pittsburgh will win.
I think Pittsburgh. Okay, I get with that. I can go Pittsburgh in that one too. Miami, Washington. I'm going Miami. I don't even really.
Miami. Yeah, I'll see.
Denver, Houston.
That's a good
Houston. One. And
I'm gonna keep riding with Houston.
You'll keep riding with Houston.
I think Russ's luck is going to run out. They won 5 games in a row. I don't think they could keep riding that horse. No pun intended.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna go Denver again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Denver again. Just oof. But yeah, I think it's the defense. It's the defense that I'm thinking about because they can't move the ball. But
yep, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver in that one. We got Carolina, Tampa Bay. I'm going Tampa Bay. You got the juice.
I will say Carolina, just because the coach got fired. Teams always seem to win.
Right after.
They always seem to win right after their coach is fired. So they have that one game of juice, and then they fall off again.
So you give.
I'm going with Carolina.
You go over Carolina. I don't think Carolina's going to win another game this season, but so I'm going
Probably
with Tampa.
Not. I'm believing the juice.
And maybe they have a good game. Maybe it's a little more score because here's the other thing about this game, right? It is it's in the division. It's a division game,
right?
And I mean, you play these guys every couple of times every year, so it's probably going to be a better game than I'm thinking about. But yeah, I think I'm still going with Tampa. Okay, we got Cleveland and the Rams. Cleveland and the Rams.
That should be a good game.
It's going to be interesting because
it'll be an interesting game. I'll say that.
They're going to be interesting. And I don't,
I'm going to say Rams.
Push on that one. To be honest, I consider what a push on that one.
I think I'm going to say Rams.
Rams.
Because I think Stafford may be making a resurgence, and the Browns possibly may be on a decline.
But here's the thing: you talk about new things happening in places. As far as it's way that I see it, I'm pretty sure Joe Flacco's going to start on Sunday for Cleveland, which is going to be interesting. I think
that's going to be bad. It's going to be bad if he does.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't see nothing good come of it.
It's going to be an interesting.
If he starts, I guarantee the Rams win.
Guaranteed. Flacco starts. When Flacco, you know what? I'm gonna click on here. Let me click on it because let me see what they're saying right now. Let's go depth chart. Okay, they still have DTR.
What's up with Aaron Donald? I haven't heard his name like hardly at all this year.
You know what? I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's you know what the thing is that I think it's just the Rams. It's like they're not as good. They should be way better. And
should be.
I mean, they got. I mean, Cup. I mean, when was the last time you heard somebody talking about Cooper Cup in a positive way? I mean,
and like Puka's kind of falling off.
Puka blew up. Cup came back
in the beginning,
and they both fell off. Like what I'm saying?
Like Puka had maybe one more good game, and then haven't heard from him again.
You haven't really heard from him.
And I said, Donald, you haven't heard from.
You haven't really heard from him. I think I heard his name once on Sunday. But it was just sort of like, a thing. It wasn't like, a big deal. And they've fallen off. It's kind of bad.
So Aaron Donald's going to have 3 sacks. If Flacco starts.
Flacco's a statue back there. That's what it sounds like you said.
Yep. He's 36, 7, 8?
The Statue of Liberty play. But yeah.
So I'll stick with Rams.
Okay.
Especially if Flacco starts.
Just to be different, I'm going to pick Cleveland. Just to be different on that one. San Francisco, Philadelphia. Now, here we go. San Francisco, Philadelphia. Okay. Now, this is a meaningful game. I mean, this is in the conference. Philadelphia is 10-1. What is San Francisco's record? Let me click on that right quick. What is their record?
Yes, I don't think it'll much affect their standing.
8-3.
8-3, 10-1. Yeah, nobody's close. At least 2 or 3 games behind. At least 2 games behind. So yeah,
they'll
even a loss here, it'll help Dallas. Yeah, they'll probably meet again in the playoffs, but it'll help Dallas if the Eagles lose. But I don't know. Eagles, 49ers, and they're playing in Philly.
They're playing in Philly. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I feel like it's going out on a limb. I'm gonna say San Francisco gives Philadelphia their second loss.
That's actually kind of what I'm leaning towards as well. I think. Yeah, I'm going to say 49ers.
I think San Francisco has too many weapons, right? They have tons of weapons, and Philadelphia has had too many close games.
So that's why I'm thinking it's the close games that's getting me.
Yeah, it's like
I think it's going to be a close game that they actually end up losing this time.
Yeah, that's the thing I think. And don't get me wrong, I do think there are going to be some points scored. But
yeah, should be.
I think that I think San Francisco takes this one. I think I'm going San Francisco. Then you got Kansas City, Green Bay. Now, to me, after Green Bay's game on this week, and after Kansas City's game, to be totally honest, it's a little bit of a question for me in this game.
Green Bay is playing better. The Chiefs had a slow start, but then they kind of picked it up. Like,
They did
actually,
in the
really
second
picked it
half.
up because
The second half,
yeah,
they went to work.
they kind of ran away with it. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go Kansas City, even though
Kansas
Packers are
City.
playing better. I think I'm still going Kansas City.
Yeah. Well,
I think Jordan Love has slight regression.
I think Kansas City. People have been talking about Kansas City's defense too. I do think Kansas City, but I honestly, I am thinking Green Bay may put up a few points in this one.
I think it'll be closer than people will think, but I think Chiefs still win.
Yeah, I think the thing to me with Kansas City is that it's like I don't even really know how to say it, but it's like they're like a cat with a mouse, right? They play with it for a little while, but when it's all said and done, that mouse is dead. It's like, they let it go. He runs off, they grab him, brings him back, runs off, bring him back, and then before you know it, they bring in you a dead carcass, and that's what they seem to do, man. It's like, that's what I think. I think that's why I feel like Green Bay they'll put up a couple of points. It'll be 14 to 17 or something like that. And it'll be like, oh, at halftime, it'll be like, oh, and then before you know it, Kansas City's got 34, and you forgot Green Bay was even in the game. It's just like, what? So, and then on Monday night, we got Cincinnati and Jacksonville.
Unfortunately, gonna have to pick the Jags.
Yeah, I gotta go with Jacksonville in that one. I mean, the thing is that you can't. Without Burrow, honestly, I'm feeling
that's the
like
biggest thing.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the season's pretty much over for Cincinnati.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
I think they're done,
which opens up the door for one of these AFC South teams to get in.
Yeah, well,
remember at the beginning we was talking probably 3 teams from the AFC North was going to make it, right? But now I said Bengals are going to fall off, and the Browns not careful, they'll fall off.
You guys
then it'll just be.
Aren't you guys? You guys are number 2 in the division, right? Or y'all number?
We are number. I think we got the tiebreaker over Houston. Okay. Yeah, I think so. See, I think we're number 2 for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because they lost. So yeah, we're both 6 and 5.
All right. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, AFC South. Oh yeah, we're both 6 and 5.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, as of right now, I think the Colts actually hold the last wild card spot. I could be wrong. Or either that or we're right on the outside looking in.
Yeah. Let's see. I forgot. Where do I go for the...
Let's see. So you got Dolphins, Chiefs, or Ravens. They're all 8 and 3. Geez, 8-3 and 9 and 3. So Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, and Jags.
Colts are
and then
7.
After that, so they're right at 7. Yeah, so they got the last spot.
Yeah, you're right there. And wins tiebreak over. So this is Houston. Wins tiebreak over Denver based on best win percentage in conference games. And it says
so we're ahead of Denver.
Yeah, you're over Denver too. Wins tiebreak over Denver based on best win percentage in conference. Division tiebreak was initially used to eliminate Houston. And Indianapolis wins the tiebreak over Houston based on head-to-head win percentage.
Yep. So we got the last spot for right now, but so it's a bunch of AFC North teams, and then a couple of the AFC South teams. Yep.
Yeah, it is what it is. Oh man.
But yeah, Brown's got to be careful because I can see them easily slipping.
Yeah. Yo, crazy. See what he says. We were 4-8. Cowboys and Phillies. Well, I mean, hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you, and you know, I'm sure as well as anybody else, we all had those down seasons. I remember sitting, like I said, I remember sitting and watching Tennessee when they were winning 4 games a season, back-to-back seasons, and watching the draft in anticipation of like when like the whole Vince Young thing. I'm telling you, I was literally sitting in front of my computer just waiting to buy that jersey. I'm doing it. Whichever one, I'm getting it. But yeah, I can't. I mean, it's been all right. It's been okay. And I mean, like I said, I think the other thing that they say about Tennessee is that Rabel may be on the hot seat. And
really?
quite honestly, yeah, I don't. It doesn't.
I don't see
it
that.
doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't.
No.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
He's been the one solid thing besides Henry in
right.
Tennessee.
So I think.
Yeah.
I feel
they'd be
like,
crazy to let him go.
Yeah, I feel like you just rock with that guy, get him some players that he can coach, and then he could, he just be right back in the mix in the AFC South. I mean,
right. If nothing else, he's established a nice culture there.
Yeah. So I think that the AFC South actually could be pretty good. I mean, you got what? If they can protect Levis, then you got four good quarterbacks in that division.
4 good young quarterbacks. Yeah. If Anderson stopped getting hurt and if they could protect Levis.
Right.
And yeah, you got 4 good quarterbacks. And yeah, I could see AFC South being a nice upcoming
what we
division.
Felt like the AFC North was going to be this year.
Right.
Where they just get a bunch of guys, get everybody in. There's always conversation about it. Be a really strong division. And I'll say this, it's a strong division now. And just my team sucks in it. Like I guess we are the Cincinnati Bengals of the AFC South, I guess, at this point. Except we got a healthy quarterback, because we still can't get him in.
Right. He's just the opposite. A healthy quarterback and no receivers.
Yep. And Traylon Burks, man, dude, God, this guy. And I'm not saying, the guy's hurt. He is. I'm pretty sure he's legit hurt. But the thing that I hate with Tennessee is that they end up in this deal where, how do I say it? It's like they have this guy. This is what I felt like happened with A.J. Brown, right? It's like A.J. Brown just down year. Contract goes out, or he's getting ready to go out, and then they get rid of him. And he's like the best thing since sliced bread. And then, Traylon Burks will be here. He'll be hurt. And it'd be like, you know what, dude, let's just move on. And he ends up going to Jacksonville. And it's like, the second coming right now. And it's like, dude, it's like, it'll be crazy. Yeah, I feel like that's how Tennessee does. And we get into this deal all the time where it's just like run. It's like, you know what? We got to evolve. You got to do something different. And I'm hoping that they start doing something different.
So I would hope they would trade him before they just let him walk and let somebody in the division pick him up.
Yeah, no, I don't get me wrong.
Trade him to the Eagles like you do everybody else.
They I mean, we're just a farm league for the Eagles, literally. I mean, how many other guys? I mean, we have Julio Jones too. Now he's in Philadelphia. Yeah, Kevin Byard, it's Philadelphia. Dude, I mean, you want to get somebody else? At least it's in the other conference. I guess there's that. There is that part of it.
Right.
But I don't know.
All right.
But okay, so Man, it went longer than I thought. Crazy, man. Thank you for rocking with us today, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, OG. Thanks for rocking with us.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week. I mean, we're gonna do it every week, and I'm hopefully next week I'll be feeling a whole lot better. I'm literally gonna get off of here and probably just go and pass out. That's exactly how I feel right now. It is just I just want to lay down and just pass out. Except for the fact that I probably will turn on the Xbox for a minute.
Yes.
But we're gonna call it here. Big O, I hope you feel better, brother.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I didn't ask. Wait a minute before we go. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it's great. Got to hang out with the family and just eat and eat again. Yeah, that's great.
Man, thanks, man. Hey, Crazy, how was your Thanksgiving, bud? And also, while you're typing,
yours.
What's the weather like out there on the West Coast? That's what I want to know too. Mine was it was good. I had a good Thanksgiving, and shout out to Big O on this one. He did let his moms know that I had mentioned that I wanted the cake, so my aunt made me a triple layer caramel cake, which was absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And I couldn't bring it home with me. So I only had maybe a quarter of it, and I left the rest, like about half of it, at my dad's house, which he'll probably eat maybe 2 slices of it, and it won't be anything. Pops was watching, and Dad, how you doing? If you out there, so he did get on me about saying that I was coming to his house and not cooking. he said, I heard you, and you said you weren't going to do anything. So I will say, he did have the turkey in the oven when I got there. He had the dressing in the oven when I got there, and the ham. I did make the macaroni and cheese, and I steamed some green beans. So I did do a few things. And then of course we cleaned up. I think it took a lot out of him. So shout out to Dad for everything that you did. And the other funny thing, like I said, while I did go see my aunt, I did not see Big O while I was in town. We just couldn't, I couldn't get the time right. I knew he had to work and stuff like that. So I didn't get the timing right. So I actually went all the way down there, didn't see my cousin, but I did see his mom. So I guess that's more important anyway. I see him every week or every other week here. So, but yeah. So yeah, it was very good. I ate probably more than I should have, but I'm working on that too. So
apparently OG did too. He said he got sick after he ate too much.
That's right. So yeah. Oh yeah, crazy ate it up. Everybody ate it up, but that's the holiday, right? That's what it is. That's just what it is. So
family and eating.
Yep. But okay. We're good. We got the picks in. We got 6 teams on the bye. Check your waiver wire. Get some good players if you can. It's tough. We only got 2, maybe 3 weeks left before fantasy playoffs. So as we get to that, I want to know where you fall. I think in Dreadful's league, I think I'm number 3 now. I think I moved up.
I think you're still number 3.
Yeah.
And I'm still number 5, I think.
I love my hair. Peace out. So
yep.
So yeah, let's talk about some future prospects here. Also, I think next we got to start talking about that. And maybe also I'm thinking about maybe we get some like a daily fantasy, little daily fantasy league thing going during the playoffs. See about that. I'm gonna look into that and see
Sounds
what I can
good.
do. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Till next week.
Yep, we'll see you then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.